Okay, we are live, and I want to thank everybody for being here. If you're here, and if you're just a lot of you probably be seeing this on YouTube and Facebook, in which case I can't see your comments, so that's okay. The rewatch, welcome. And this is Darth Tuba, Star Wars Unboxing Show bonus episode. This is kind of my final prep for our preparation for the big Forcefest 2020, and I'm really excited to kind of share some more information about that. Some really exciting things. Number one, I want to quickly point out one quick thing that I had forgotten to mention until more recently, and that is that this whole event being put on, Forcefest, I call it Forcefest 2020 because it's really just Forcefest. But I call it Forcefest 2020 because it's 2020 and it's a weird year, and let's put something good attached to the year 2020, which I think this qualifies. But one of the things I forgot to mention is that this is actually a fundraiser for Make-A-Wish. And if you check any of, not just mine, but any other people that are running Forcefest, you'll see that a lot of the links of all the panels and all the stages that are going on include a Make-A-Wish donation page. And I think that's a really cool thing, folks. And I'll tell you one thing about Make-A-Wish. It's one of my favorite charities. Anything related to children that are sick with either lifelong, chronic, or sometimes life-threatening and in some sad cases, life-shortening diseases. I'm always one to work with charities in that sense because I do think that these children, a lot of times, cancer research is a good thing. Any kind of disease research to try to find cures is always an amazing thing. But a lot of times, these young children aren't going to get to experience the benefits of that. Okay, whereas with Make-A-Wish, sometimes kids have been getting tested and everything else and getting medication, and sometimes they just want to be kids. And I just think that they should have that right. Most of us had that right as children to be kids, and we want to see that happening. So if you can, when you're looking at all the panels and checking things out, if you have it within your ability to make a donation, please do so. It's a great charity, one that's very worthwhile. And as I said, the links will be on all the different pages, not just my own, but all the different pages. The next thing I wanted to mention is, we're all getting used to the whole Get Vocal app. And again, if you're not on Get Vocal when you're watching this, I strongly urge you to go to Get Vocal, GetVokl.com, and kind of sign up. It's like any other thing. You just register for free. You can register through your Facebook page or your Twitter page or through Patreon if you have a Patreon account. And it's a really good thing to do because, yes, a lot of stuff's going to be simulcast on other social media platforms like YouTube and Facebook, but it's only going to be done through the Forcefest pages at first. And that's fine. It's just that it's important to understand that if you want to try to interact with the panel guests, okay, or anybody running a panel and get into their chat, you have to do it through Get Vocal. And if you're trying to watch this on YouTube or whatnot, you have to be part of Forcefest. You got to kind of join the Forcefest groups to be able to see it live there. And then other channels, anybody who's running content like myself, it will not be on the Darth Tuba channel right away. I will hopefully get it to be able to download and put it on the feeds, both my unboxing page and on YouTube and even on Twitter via Periscope. I'm going to try to do all of that after the event is over. Okay, so if you're not able to see it this weekend, then you could probably just check the channel and you'll find it there. But if you really want to get a full interactive experience, I strongly urge you to go to getvocal.com, sign up, look for Forcefest in the search, and you'll see and just join all the stages. There's all the different stages. Okay, so I just wanted to make sure I mentioned that. Now, as I said, this is kind of like my final prep, and I will say that this is my third attempt at a final prep. The first two attempts were done trying to use my phone. And the phone is how I generally do most of my recording. I have a kind of little mini studio set up in my Darth Tuba collecting area, and I use my phone. And it's really been very good for me. I know that there are a lot of high-end, high-tech ways to improve it, and I'm exploring things as we go. But I generally keep things on my phone. I edit on my phone. I upload on my phone. It's all pretty much done mostly on my phone. So I even put my music in. I do any video effects, all done on my phone. So I wanted to see if I could play with Get Vocal on the phone, and it looks like you can, but it's a little bit wonky, and I wasn't able to actually start the broadcast. I went through an entire unboxing thinking I had the broadcast playing, and I didn't. So What did that mean? Well, and sadly, I had an unboxing that was a complete waste of an unboxing because it didn't video, and the thing was out of the box, and I really can't redo it again. So what I'm going to do now is a quick tour review, showing you the toy that I did. I am also going to experiment, and I hope this works, with sharing my screen. So I'm going to do this right now. So I got a package in the mail just the other day from Entertainment Earth, and it was something. And again, anybody who's been ordering, any collectors who've been sticking mainly to ordering things online due to the pandemic or just due to lack of product out and about, knows the plight. And the plight is that sometimes you order things and it's months in advance. And yes, you might get email updates about when things are coming. They're doing better with that. But sometimes things come in the mail and you have no idea just looking at the box what it is. And as an unboxer for a YouTube channel, I kind of like that because it allows me to be a little bit more, I don't have to fake surprise. I really am surprised when I'm taking a box out. Hey, let's see what this is. So the figure that came in the mail, and I'm going to check this out. And this is what came in the mail. This was Zeb Orrelios. This is the Black Series figure from Star Wars Rebels. And this was the only figure in the 6-inch line of Black Series of the Rebels cast that was not released. Okay. And that was a really cool thing. I was really excited to finally be able to kind of wrap up, complete the Rebels Ghost Crew set with them. Okay. And so therefore it was really exciting to have this one come in. I did not order the other ones just yet. They do have, I do believe they've released most of the original cast. Again, most of them are re-releases, although I do believe they have the photoreal technology on their faces, so you could say that they're a resculpt. So as a result, they are a little bit different. But I've decided right now to just kind of hold this in place with the original ones, and maybe if I see them on sale or if I see a box set or something, I might consider it. I also want to point out the box because you'll see here that it's very different. The box itself is, in fact, not square. It's kind of that little slant on the side. You can see on the right that Zeb does a nice, some nice art of Zeb, like stylized art of Zeb, and holding his staff. And if you were to purchase all of the figures from the Rebels cast, you will line them up. If you wanted to, keep them in the box. You can line them up almost like a bookcase and put them on your bookshelf, and then you can just see all the characters. I think that's really cute and really a cool feature. So yeah, I think it's really cool, but I also feel like if you're buying a figure, you want to see the figure. If you're buying the figure that's displayed on its side, why don't you just get a bunch of books or a bunch of DVDs or CDs or something like that? Because that's what you display on the side. It seems a little bit weird to me, but that's just me. To each their own. So I didn't open up the figure, and unfortunately it didn't record, as I said. So I have it here now. So I'm going to present it to you here. Okay, and I'm getting used to doing this with my camera, which is good because I'm going to utilize my computer for this in the future. There he is. There's Zeb Orrelios Calabash. All right, so as you can see, I'm getting a nice close-up of his face. Really good sculpt. Really good armor. There is something interesting I wanted to point out, and that's on the back here. And what's kind of cool about this is what I like about Get Vocal, and I might end up utilizing this a little more often now, because I do enjoy being able to do some live streaming, and I also enjoy getting a little closer, more close up. The camera quality is good, and I like getting a little more close up so you can see stuff like this. The way I have it set up in the studio with the phone, it's a little bit more of a challenge. So there you go. You can see those. I want to point out those two holes in the back. At first I thought they were like blaster pock marks or something, but they don't really seem that way. I think they're really more meant to maybe hold a backpack or something. I don't know. We'll see. So maybe there was something they were going to release with it and they didn't do it. I don't know. But you can see he's got his really cool staff. Do everything in reverse here. It's weird. Okay, and he has all of his cool articulations like Black Series. Now I always do this on my channel. I always do the stand test. Let me get a little bit lower here. So he does Zeb stand. Now he's a little bit top heavy. Okay, obviously he's very muscular. they have to be a little bit careful with that. Now, his ankles and his shins actually bend, so this is a little bit tough. His stand test, he doesn't really do quite well with the stand test, I'll be honest with you. Still trying, still trying. If you have, he does have the peg feet, so if you have a stand that you can put him on, I would recommend that. It did take me about 10 seconds to get him to stand, okay? Of course, you can also, you know, have him kneeling or something like that, but, you know, again, because of the bulkiness of the feet, it does pose a little bit of a challenge there. But there he is, Zeb. I'm going to find a space for him on my channel, on my bookshelf with all of the other Rebels characters. But I also enjoyed his staff with I think these energy beams actually come off if you don't want them. There were no extra pieces or features with this character. This was it. A little bit piece of fun trivia for those who don't know. If you look back on like the art of Star Wars, the original New Hope, 1977, and you look at some of the concept art that Ralph McQuarrie did specifically, there is a painting, a very famous painting of Ralph kind of creating the characters, the original idea for the characters, and Chewbacca, or the role that would eventually become Chewbacca, actually looked strangely like them. Okay, he had that's more of this kind of look. And then they decided to go in a different direction and give us the shaggy walking carpet that we all know and love. But as they say, no ideas go away forever. Mostly, and in the case of Star Wars, most of those ideas were good ideas that just didn't have a place right away. Occasionally you find some bad ideas too, I'm sure. But most ideas never go away for sure. They go into a filing cabinet in the Lucasfilm archives and they get stored there for 35 years. And when they were making Rebels, they decided to bring that concept back and have it be Zeb. Almost dropped it on my computer. He's very top heavy. He's very, very top heavy. But I love the paint scheme. I'm really glad that they made him the right size. You know, he is a much more imposing character than say Sabine or Kanan or Ezra. So it's good that he is up there. Okay, so really good. I'm sorry that you didn't get to see the actual unboxing, although I don't think people really care that much about watching the toy get unboxed. But in fact, some people hate that I unbox, but I think it's more of I hope it's more of just a playful little jab. I don't think people seriously care one way or the other. But there's Zeb, Black Series. There's a lot of new stuff coming out, guys, both Black Series and Vintage line. Okay. I'm gonna have to hold them. I can't put myself and the figure in the same thing without putting them down. So there's gonna be a lot coming out, and I mentioned that in a kind of a reaction video to Hasbro's announcements. So I'm really excited about that. I'm glad to see that kind of continuing. We'll see what happens in the future with Black Series versus 3 3/4 inch. I know there's a lot of mystery. I know a lot of people get very concerned about it. I do not share that concern. I think that if there's money to be made, Hasbro will create, as well as other companies like Disney, doing stuff directly and things of that nature. So I'm excited for the future. We'll see how things go. So that'll do it for this quickish episode of Darth Tuba's Star Wars Unboxing Show, bonus episode. Remember, we have a bunch of panels going on through Forcefest and GetVocal.com, okay, this coming weekend. I believe the 28th is going to be an opening ceremony in the evening. Once I get a little more information about that, I'll try to share. But if you go on social media and look around, and you just type Forcefest, you will find information about it. Then on Saturday, we have on the 29th, the panel I'm involved with is an interview with artist Frida Migalio and daughter Migalio, who has done some awesome sketch art that you might see on my previous channels and the bumpers getting in and out of the channels on YouTube. And she's going to kind of just go through some of her art portfolio, Star Wars related mostly, and kind of talk about her process and her concepts and the kind of things that she wants to do. And I think it's really cool. I think you'll really enjoy it. And then Sunday, that's at 4:45 Eastern Standard Time on Saturday. And then 2:15 on Sunday Eastern Standard Time is the 10 types of Star Wars toys to unbox. I have a stack this high of unboxing items, all different types, all different eras. Richard Woloski, who's one of the main administrators of this whole thing, has always been one from Skywalking Through Neverland. He's always concerned about me unboxing anything because he thinks everything should stay in the box. I respectfully disagree, but and he's like, you better not be unboxing anything vintage. Well, you're just going to have to come and check in and see how it looks and find out for yourself, because there's a lot of different stuff getting unboxed. And I try, if I'm going to do 10 different things, I need to do 10 different things. So that's what I'm looking to do. So it'll be a lot of fun. I think you'll enjoy it. I'll try to do some Q&A with the chat if I can, and it'll be great. And again, there is 6 different stages, each running a different panel from like early in the morning until the evening. Check them out. There's a lot of different things, and I hope you'll watch ours live. And if you can't watch it live, I hope you'll catch it on reruns on our channel later on. So thank you so much for watching. Until next time, may the Force